So, pumping parties. Do people really inject silicone into parts of their bodies? Do you inject silicone into parts of your body? I learned about pumping parties while I was in prison. And I was on a self-contained homosexual line called L2 at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. And it was me and 19 trans women. And most of these trans women were there for prostitution, possession of crack cocaine, kiting checks, things like that. And almost all of them presented as women on the street. Some of them were just, oh, they were so pretty. And I don't say that from like oh, look at that pretty dude. No, like these were straight women. Like they had everything going for them, except they were poor and trans in a time and a society that did not accept them. So they did what they could with what they had. Or as Ronnie says on the Players Club, use what you got to get what you want. So they did. And a lot of times it landed them in jail. A lot of times some of them, they would come in, stay for a month, and then be gone for a month, come back. I got to know a lot of girls that way. And many of them told me about pumping parties because a lot of them would have these, I think of them as far too accentuated because it's too much for me. Like I don't wear makeup and I don't understand how people can do that, how they can feel that on their skin and not be bothered by it. At the same time, I think men who wear makeup are hot. So I don't know what it means. Help me out, TikTok, explain it to me. But pumping parties are when these girls would get together in a hotel room and they would, for about $500 an injection, inject these burgeoning trans women with medical grade silicone, like the kind that's in a silicone breast implant, but not contained inside of a plastic bag or a sack, just freely under the skin. And they would do it here and here and here to feminize the facial features. They would do it here to give themselves breasts. They would do it here to give themselves hips and ass. The problem with this is most of the time it was real medical grade silicone, but sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes it was glue, motor oil. Like I've seen stories after I got out about women who died because they had motor oil injected into them in these kind of pumping parties. And sometimes it was actual construction grade silicone from like Home Depot. Yeah, imagine paying someone $500 and they do that to you. And what that does to your, not just your physicality, but like to your self-esteem. It's mind-boggling to me. Some of these girls, they would come in and they would look beautiful. And then 6 months later, they'd come back and the silicone that was right here had all fallen. And it made their faces look like, I don't know, like melted silly putty. And then sometimes it was much more common for it to happen on the chest or on the ass. And they would just look misshapen. And the weirdest thing was they didn't really seem all that bothered by it. So maybe I'm projecting. Maybe it's just me and I'm just shallow. I don't know. Help me, TikTok. Explain it to me. Am I shallow? Yeah, probably. I mean, the other day I got called a slut because I'm on TikTok wearing a tank top all the time. My friend was like, my mom sees you on TikTok walking around with no clothes on. That's funny. That's funny. So pumping parties, they're just honestly terrifying to me. Well, what do you think? Would you go to a pumping party? Would you pay $500 for it if the end result was that the type of person that you're attracted to suddenly found you actually more attractive because of some external thing that you got at a pumping party? Would you go? Let me know in the comments.